What's up, guys? It's Captain Taco from CT Gaming, and we're back with the fourth part of the Toy Soldiers Card War Let's Play. We're gonna return to where we left off here from the second mission, Jungle Heat. Alrighty. Looks like we got some big nasty tanks coming our way. Alright, so today would be September 18th, 2011, and we are officially 2 days away from the release of Gears of War 2. And I don't know about anyone else, but I am deeply excited. Shell cam. So, I went and saw the second part of Harry Potter today, and to be honest with you, little disappointed with the ending to the movie. I understand that it is a movie based off of a book, so I can't expect too much, but I am pretty disappointed with the way they ended the movie. I thought it was pretty weak how much they left out of the end of the movie itself. So, I mean, you know, I wasn't expecting too much, but I was expecting a little bit more than what they gave me. But, you know, the movie in itself, for how much I paid for it, you know, it was worth it. I honestly didn't pay that much money for it, so just going ahead and get in on these boys. I definitely enjoy this game. I think it's a well-made game. When it comes to tower defense games, there aren't too many games that let you get down and actually control a single tower, which is a pretty interesting point to this game compared to a lot of other ones that I've tried and played, which is always a good thing. Alright. This is the one downside, is when they get right down in front of you, you just can't really do too much to get at them. And reload. Go ahead and just send it straight across the line. Let's see, what all did I miss? I missed a couple of guys over here. Lost the turbocharge. Alright. Alrighty. These controls here with the shell cam are not as smooth as they were in the tutorial, but this is to be expected with the way they're being used by me. Is trying to hit much smaller targets spread apart later in the game, so I can't expect it to be too terribly effective. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and use these guys while we're here. Alright. Shell cam. Boom. Shell cam. Yep, so this gaming season, I think, at least in my mind, the game I'm looking forward to the most is definitely Battlefield 3. I mean, I hate to be stereotypical about it, because I know a lot of people are, you know, looking at that game thinking, you know, it's definitely going to be the best game of the year. And, you know, there is no doubt in my mind that it will be game of the year, because I understand Modern Warfare 3 is a good game, but the Battlefield series cannot be beat. And with this being I would guess would be the newest installment, I don't want to use the word final, but this is definitely going to be the newest installment of the game, so I definitely think it's going to be the best one out of all the ones we've seen so far. And I just got killjacked by my own people. Alrighty. Yeah, not too many games that have come out on arcade recently that look too good. I was considering back on the day it came out doing Warhammer 40K Space Marine, but I heard from a lot of my friends that have touched the game and things like that that the game is really repetitive and it plays like Gears of War, which is it's a big turnoff for me when games play like other games, particularly when they're excessively close to each other. And I guess by close I mean they play the same. And I heard that, you know, the Chainsword in Gears doesn't necessarily play the same way that that does. But I do believe there's quite a few things we could do better when it comes to playing games like Warhammer 40K. I think, you know, I understand a lot of games are based off of other games, and that's going to happen. But, you know, they could definitely do a lot of different things. Alrighty, let's see what's up now. That is a lot of bullets fired on my part. Alright, looks like the next level we're playing is Beached. Probably can't see it because it's down there in that corner and it's pretty small. Alright, here we go. This island cannot be left under Soviet influence. Restore democracy. Alright, sounds like fun. Ooh, looks like we're getting the Hilo gunship this round. I'm looking forward to this. It's gonna be good times. Alright, everybody. It's time to get started. Alright, US anti-tank. US anti-tank. Let's go ahead and sell this and put a mortar team right there. Nope, wait. That's the mortar team. And unfortunately, it appears that I cannot afford to do that. So, let's go ahead and put the mortar team there. And can I afford one more machine gunner? I can. And looks like we do have anti-aircraft guns, but I can't afford one right now. So, looks like I am going to have to wait until another round. Which is okay, because we've got our nice little US Army machine gun turret here. And it's time to open up on the communist Red Army of, you know, South Vietnam or North Vietnam, I guess it would be, and anyone and everyone else that was a part of that army, and they're about to get opened up on by the United States Army. Alrighty, ready. Ooh, I have a barrage. Ooh, we have an artillery barrage. Alright, looks like I'm gonna need to buy an anti-aircraft gun here. Alright, is there another space for me to buy one? There is, and there's another one there. And I could go ahead and get a US machine gun there. Alrighty, looking good. Let's go ahead and get back in on our machine guns up front here. And, in case, you know, it might not be too noticeable, but I'm just going to go ahead and toss it out there in case some of you did notice, so it doesn't look like I'm trying to cover anything up. I did have to restart the second level, so the gameplay, I might have played bits and pieces of it before I started recording again. So if it is, you know, painfully obvious, I apologize about it, but I was at a friend's house when I started recording the third episode, so there's not too much I could do when it got to that point. So, you know, don't kill me over it. You're still getting the video. It's all the same content. So, you know, it's nothing too different. Alright. Ooh, and we have the gunship. Use unit. Let's get going. We got our gunship. Guess what, Mr. Enemy Helicopter? I have one of you too. And mine's a lot better, because I have anti-aircraft fire supporting me. You little cracker. You dirty son of a bitch. Alright, one thing I'm gonna say here though is the controls are pretty jerky when it comes to playing with the aircraft. The controls are pretty jerky when it comes to the aiming. area out of it. So, you know, with it being a tower defense game, I don't expect everything to be perfect, but, you know, this could have definitely used some work. Alright, looks like we're about to run out of battery life on our helo, so let's make the most of it. Alrighty. Yep, see, here it goes. We're about to lose the helo. Yep, there went the helo. Alright, looks like we're doing okay, though. We gotten rid of that wave, so looks like we're moving on to another wave, which is okay. Alrighty, we got a scope on our anti-tank guns now, which is a plus. Can fire longer ranges. I guess it's the recoilless rifle now, which is okay because I'm liking this better. It seems to do a lot more damage, which is definitely a plus side when it comes to playing in games like this, because the you know, giving me that gun with less recoil makes me definitely a much more efficient when it comes to getting rid of enemy units, like enemy tanks for example. Except this one seems to take a little bit longer to reload. Yeah, it definitely takes a bit longer to reload compared to the mortar teams, which is, you know, not necessarily a bad thing because it does do a lot more damage, but, you know, I wouldn't be too upset if it reloaded faster. Alrighty. Going ahead and leave our little team here to do what they gotta do. And our helo gunship's ready to go. So, time to get back to the skies and start tearing them up. So you can see there is an achievement here. There it is. Or I guess not an achievement, but a what's the word I'm looking for? A challenge for this level, I guess would be a good word to use. Which was get rid of the get a bunch of kills with air support, which wasn't the hardest thing in the world to do. In fact, it was pretty simple actually. Which you know, I would definitely recommend this game to anyone who's going out to you know, consider buying this game. I would definitely put this at the top of a list of a game I would buy. I mean, you know, it's all personal preference, but I'm having a shit ton of fun playing this game. So, we're gonna leave it off right here, guys, because we're coming up on the 13-minute mark. Part 5's coming out soon. This has been Captain Talk from CT Gaming. I'm out. Peace!